Welcome back, everyone. In this segment, I want to talk to you about the brain in love, romantic love and intimacy. What is this thing called love? What draws you to that one person? Love, she said to her beloved, is as strong as death. It's jealousy unyielding as the grave. It burns like a blazing fire, like a mighty flame. Many waters cannot quench love. Rivers cannot sweep it away. You may recognize this from the Song of Songs, the love story in the Bible. People sing of love. They live for love. Some even die for love. You might want to stop this video now. If you are watching this as a couple, or maybe you're in love or you have been in love, think for a little while about that feelings you had when you first saw your beloved. Well, what is this? What did you describe? What happens is, all the high energy of desire is channeled towards one person, your beloved. You live in a state of high energy. You can't sleep, you can't eat. There is intrusive thinking of your beloved. You fantasize about him or her, and you want to intensely concentrate on that person. Don't get too excited about this. It's all just your brain going into a chemical tailspin. What happens? Testosterone-based desire sets a threshold. But the main chemical that drives this is a chemical called dopamine. Basically, dopamine, the pleasure chemical, gets sprayed on your brain. It makes you dopey. When you fall in love, you are dopey. It's the dopiest thing you will ever do in your life. Other chemical changes. Serotonin decreases. It's the same thing that happens in obsessive compulsive behavior. Noradrenaline increases. You get all excited. That's your sympathetic nervous system kicking in. You know, the same chemical changes take place if you take a cocaine hit. It's like an addiction. It's like an obsession. It drives you to want intimacy with your beloved. Intimacy, not necessarily intercourse. And the parts of your brain that are involved in rational thinking are suppressed. So when you look at a friend and say, what does she see in him? She ain't seeing. Love is blind. So how do you respond to this crazy, powerful emotion? Let me just give you a couple of pointers there. Firstly, recognize that it is an emotion. You don't live by your emotions. You don't have to live by your emotions. Emotions can be controlled. Now, a little caveat here. If you are a teenager or a parent of a teenager, you will realize that they don't really have well-developed self-control. That's because their control brain is still developing. More about that later when we talk about teens. Secondly, get to know your beloved, the person you're in love with. Who is this person? Are you only just crazily romantically in love? Or do you actually know this person? Consult people you know. Why is this so important? Because the craziness doesn't last for more than about 18 to 24 months. Really? Then what happens? One of two things. Either you think, oh, I'm not crazily in love, I think we'll break up. Or it moves into what we call a passional phase of attachment. This is when you move into physical intimacy. Physical intimacy binds two people together. The naked and no shame act of sexual intimacy brings an increase in two other chemicals in your brain, oxytocin and vasopressin. These bind two people together. Sexual intimacy binds you like a super glue bond. There is nothing casual about sex. Sex is never casual. It binds you to the person. You move from feeling in love, from emotion, to the actions of other focused loving. That other focused loving lasts for a lifetime. The Bible calls it a one flesh relationship. This is ongoing. The intimacy of other focused, caring and loving. Come back next time and we will look at some of the other aspects associated with this wonderful thing called love.